Hi.
Dr. Meena Dhanda. Now, just let me ask you about Modi, the Prime Minister of India, Hindu nationalist. Right?
You really have put me on the spot.
Have I said something? Can I just ask you about him first of all?
No,
I mean, come on.
I can't say about Modi.
I'm running. I'll let you say what you want to say in a minute, but he stands accused of the most terrible discrimination and treatment of Muslims, the most terrible manifestation of Islamophobia, exploiting racism for his purposes. What's that a legacy of?
Okay, I want to go back to the question of the connection of the empire with racism.
Can I just answer that question? I'm asking about Modi first. Okay, do it.
Okay. About Modi.
I give up.
Modi is loved by many people. I dislike him. I think that he has set off a trend where we can remain silent about awful things happening in the name of nationality, so-called Hindu nationality, and it doesn't trouble people. So the wide group of middle class, liberal people are no longer troubled by the awful things that are happening.
It's a template of othering.
Yes,
if you like,
and
we've seen before.
The present, there's a Citizenship Amendment Act to which there has been a lot of opposition, and because it excludes Muslims.
So thank you so much for that. I'm just putting it in. If you look at other racisms and other forms of exploiting and dividing people, it's a familiar pattern. But
casteism is a very particular kind, and I want to say it predates the empire.
Yeah.
So we've got the Manusmriti, which is a text which is dated around 2 AD, and which has very clear demarcations between different groups of people, 4 different groups of people, and those demarcations continue even now in very, very insidious ways. There are, of course, people who want to blame it on the empire, that it is the British Empire which solidified the caste divisions.
Are they right
I'm
to do
not
that?
of that view.
No.
I think they contributed, as everywhere. The British made use of existing divisions for their own advantage. For example, the British were interested in collecting tax revenue, so they left alone the native employers of bonded labor. They didn't want to disturb the local arrangements which gave them more tax revenue. And I think, therefore, this is a complicity between British officials, Indian officials, as well as the local landlords. And they thought that, they said, that when they could have done things different, they allowed casteism to persist because it was beneficial.
And pigmentation is key as well, isn't it? Lighter skin the higher, darker skin the lower.
Yes, that color prejudice existed before, and it is there. Yes, absolutely, it has existed, and there's also difference between the so-called Northern Indian and the Southern Indian, and color associated with caste as well.
It's an important and historically familiar manifestation of a very unattractive aspect of the human condition, basically.
Yes,
I wish I could have said that better.
But I would want to add though, that the British have left India 70 years ago. We just celebrated our the 70th year of the Indian Constitution, and we still have bonded labor in India. So I don't think that we can blame the existence of bonded labor today in India on the British. I think we really need to own up. I mean, those who are Indians still and living in India really need to own up to their own responsibility.
Fascinating. Thank you very much indeed. So interesting. My good fellow.